Good evening, everyone. Today is 3/31/2013, last day of the month. It's about 11 o'clock at night here. Been a little bit running around today. I went to, what was it, the Easter Mass with Paula this morning at the Catholic Church. That was pretty interesting. Always a fun time to go there. Then kind of we went to Bohemian for brunch, and from there just kind of came back. I've been reading Mohandas Gandhi to the family, so it's actually really good, really fun, and it's some guy that I've always admired, and pretty excited to actually be reading it. And then from there we headed off to our friend Jenny in Israel to do an Easter egg hunt. Seeing Izzy run around was just awesome. She's such a little girl. It's crazy. She's just running around grabbing eggs, having fun with her friends. Just kind of, yeah, it was really cool to do. Cooked some veggies out there, so that was pretty nice. I got an email from Kathryn at my office. Now I'm gonna just read a couple of things from it. It was really cool and kind of got me thinking. So, she had asked, we've reached our first quarter goals. Now what? So now that we've reached the summit, where to next? We reached our goal of 180,000 as of 3/27/13. We are at 199,795 orders. And although it brings a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, we're left with a sense of loss. Some say that it's the journey that's important, that the things we learn as we work our way towards achieving our goals that matter. I really like that. I really like what you said with, some say that's the journey that's important, that the things we learn as we work our way towards achieving our goals that matter. I completely agree with that. One of the things that we've done is we've set quarterly goals, monthly goals, everything like that for Molding Box, and continue to strive to hit them every single month. And honestly, every single goal that we've hit, we've exceeded. We're growing bigger and faster and stronger, which is awesome. And I love that. I love to see that we're starting to strive and really figure out, okay, what do we do next? Where are we going? What are we doing? And to answer your question, Kath, we do have goals on where we're going next. We want to do 250,000 orders this next quarter for sure. We have some pretty big rocks that we're looking to get moved, and it's really exciting. It's fun to plan these things and start seeing them come to fruition, and really start to push. And with her email that she sent me, it kind of made me think that, oh man, we're starting to hit our goals earlier and earlier. We got to start planning our quarters a little bit, sooner and bigger. So we're excited for that, and we've been working on pushing that stuff. So it's really fun. Um, and then she said something else, every new day is an opportunity for doing things differently, no matter what we did yesterday, because today is a fresh new start, full of new possibilities. Whatever happened yesterday, we cannot change. All we can ever really change is our attitude to the way we view things. Actually, I think that may be our one true freedom, the freedom to choose how we respond. Now, when we reach the summit, we'll find another mountain to climb, or maybe we'll just find an ocean to sail, a desert to cross, or a forest to forge. I really love that. The thing that I really like about what you said is, I think that that may be our one true freedom, the freedom to choose how we will respond. And I 100% agree with that. It's there isn't we can control our realities, and the only way to really control our realities is to is that choice of just saying, am I going to be bogged down by this, and am I going to let this just slide past me, and I learn from it and I move forward. I've been listening to this guy Jim Rohn, who was I think Tony Robbins' teacher, and he has some really good points. I've been writing them down in my journal, and some of the things he says is there's like 5 abilities. There's 5 different things, and some of his abilities are the ability, let's see, the ability to absorb, to learn to get from the day, wherever you are, be there. Learn to respond, let life touch you. The ability to reflect, to lock in the day, week, month, and year. The ability to act when the idea is hot and the emotion is strong, and the ability to share. Not only does it help you, but it kind of moves on from there. And a lot of this stuff is it's all about deciding what you want and writing it down and going from there. And it really is as simple as that. What are you going to be a victim, or are you going to take life by the hand? Are you going to let life lead you, or are you going to decide and design your own life? And I'm a big proponent of the designing and just living your own life, and not letting, don't sell out, and not letting anyone else kind of tell you what you can and can't do, and just kind of going down that path. So really, really good stuff. And I'm really happy to see that the Molden boxers are getting into that and really starting to change. I'm a I'm a big believer in unleashing potential. And it's one of the things we always say at Molding Box is unleash potential in our clients or impact on our employees. And the only way to do it is through education. The only way to true freedom is through education and learning. To be a student, to grow and grow and grow. And it's just really cool to see that Molding Box has built that vehicle where we can help people to exceed their own expectations and kind of grow from there. So really, really, really cool stuff. I started reading the U.S. Constitution, which I'd never read before, and I'm actually I got like I think found out like I think the article section 3 or something like that, and it's just interesting to actually like go through and read some of the things that our country's founded on, and the freedoms we have, and things that we've taken for granted, and whatnot. So it's pretty interesting. I can't complain at all. I haven't done one of these videos in a little while, so I'm trying to think of anything I missed as well. But just overall been a pretty amazing time between last time and now. Just constantly working forward. I always tell myself I'm the tortoise. I sometimes like I went into the office. I went on Thursday and Friday, but I believe on Thursday or on Friday when I got there, I was, kind of walking around. I talked with a few people, and just seeing the excitement there and everything that was happening was really really cool. And on my way home, I started to get really anxious of like, okay, I got to start, I got to do X, Y, and Z. I got to do blah 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 blah. And I just kind of started down that list in my head, and it took me a little while to take a step back and say, okay, wait. The reason we're doing so well is because we've gone steadily, we've gone calmly, we've done 20-mile marching, as Jim Collins says, and just consistently go, on just be consistent more or less. And so me getting all anxious and trying to jump in and trying to make all these changes in my head and accelerate things, I kind of had that self-realization of just like, oh wait. No, I just gotta let it go, and let things as they are just continually grow, because they build upon each other, and by me trying to throw wrenches in there and saying, oh, this is more important than that, or whatever it is, I really had that kind of realization, like, oh, okay, I gotta peep the tortoise, I gotta take that breath, I gotta let my team, really just be who they are, and grow, and do what they're best at. So it was kind of a cool little realization I had. So that was really fun. There's one last thing. I listened to this thing called Path. I do Philosopher's Notes, and there's one of them was Pathway to Bliss, and I really really I had some thoughts. I did this on the 29th, where you are playing a role, as, act as Hamlet, but you are not Hamlet. Life is a play, and this is my role. The big thing I got from Pathways to Bliss was the individual must learn to live by his or her own myth. And it's not about following anyone's path, or trying to copy anyone else. But we look at our lives, and we look at the people around us, and the teachers that we have, and we be students of them, and we learn from them, and always teachable. It doesn't mean we are them. We look at myth is a good way. So we look at the Viking lore, or the Greek gods, and you want to be Hercules or whatever, and so trying to make your life be Hercules, it sounds all great and fine, but when he said the way it said, the individual must learn to live by his or her own myth, it really kind of like clicked in my head of like, why don't I just create my own myth? Why can't in 100,000 years, and 1,000 years or something like that? So Jordan Guernsey, he was this mythical creature or something like that. It's like, why can't I live that now? That it was really cool. And then I got the Hamlet, act as Hamlet, but the actor that plays Hamlet is just acting, because if he was Hamlet, he would be really sad because Hamlet dies at the end, and it'd be traumatic, and it'd be all this stuff. But at the end of the play, he gets up, and he's still a person. He goes and talks with everyone, and that's much like life. We just gotta run through the life, And all this is a play, all it is a game, all it is, a reality, I suppose. And sometimes we get so caught up into it, and we identify ourselves with that reality versus saying, no, we are just pawns, we are just players, we're just actors in this field of life. Let's act our part to the best that we can, and really show all our talents, and really push to really be the best we can be, with the knowledge that at the end, the play is over and we move on and we go on to something else, and not get so absorbed into ourselves and everything like that. So yeah, it's been a good week for sure. So um, trying to think what else. Yeah, it's been awesome. Been reading a bunch of different books. I'm reading Thresholds of the Mind from Bill Harris, the U.S. Constitution. It's a book driven by it's Larry H. Miller's autobiography. Like I said, Mohandas Gandhi, and I'm reading The Republic by Plato, and then I read Treasure Island to Isabel at night. Just it's kind of when I'm putting her to bed, I kind of read Treasure Island. She really likes it. So it's been fun. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing amazing. I know I am. I know I'm closer to my goal now than I was yesterday, and I hope that all of you guys are as well. I hope that you guys are striving day by day, because that's life, and that's how you get to your goals. It's the old adage or saying, how do you eat an elephant? Well, you start one bite at a time, and it's the same thing with life. If you want something, you write it down and say, that's what I want, and then forget about it. Honestly, just forget about it and say, what am I doing now to get closer to that? Is today that choice of saying, yes, I'm getting here, one step closer, and then one step closer, and one step closer. And you don't need to do the whole goal at once. You just gotta focus on now. What are you doing now in order to do it? And there's a question that I ask. Now what needs to be done? And constantly do that. It's super rewarding and awesome. And yeah, I hope everyone's amazing. I know I am. So talk to y'all later. Peace out.